part of the presentation is that we get a chance to introduce you to people, real results, okay? Because obviously, my success story is my success story, but it's not about me, all right? It's about the people that have made a commitment to come into our community and learn about having success. And I'm so excited for Mr. Al and Renee Terry because they are original members of our community. They were there in the beginning when we had the bumps and bruises because we didn't know what we were doing, right? And they steadfast to the process of learning and have become six-figure earners in our investment community from the investments that they've made. So let me do a quick sound check for my good brother, Mr. Al Terry. Are you there?
Mr. Noble Mike Jameson, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir. Listen, man, we're going to pin you up to the screen here so we can get a good view of you there. Hey, listen, man, there's several people on the line today that showed up, hopefully to hear your amazing story. Why don't you start off by telling our community just a little bit about yourself and your wife?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for allowing me to share my story and to be here and to invite people to hear about Al and Renee Terry. Renee and I have been married for 32 years. We have three amazing children, 5 grandchildren. I'm 66 years young. I take care of 2 childhood friends. Mrs. Renee is retired, enjoying the fruits of retirement. And I've actually been at my employer for 44 years as a career choice that I made some years ago.
Wow, that's incredible. So your wife is retired. You've been a corporate team lead for 44 years on your career. Why don't we start by asking a simple question? What was it about investing that got your attention years ago when we were laying the foundation for the AMG network? What was it about getting into the investment world that attracted you?
Hmm. I've always wanted to invest and leverage my money. And one of the things that was really, really attractive to the AMG network for me was because I earned a high income with my career, using a tax strategy was really powerful for me. That was really, really powerful. So also the funds that I would earn, putting those funds to work, and the best way to do that is with safe and sound investments. So the AMG provides that for our community, and that was really attractive to us.
Awesome. Well, listen, I know that a lot of people, when they think about investing, they look for the instant gratification, right? They want to put money in today and make 1,000% tomorrow, right? And we have to be the bearer of bad news to say real investing doesn't really work like that, right? Because people are used to, I call them the promise to pay programs. You pay some money and they promise to pay you 1% a day and things of that nature. They ultimately collapse. They all do. No one knows the day, but it all do. However, I just so happen to know that when we were laying the foundation for our group, that I came to you and your wife and said, "Hey, Al, there's an equity play in terms of purchasing stock that I believe we should participate in. It ain't going to be an investment that's going to turn a profit in 1 month or 1 year, but I believe it's a smart idea to do. So maybe you can share with the community today what happened, how long it took, and then what happened for you with that idea."
Well, thank you so much. I believe it was 2019 that you invited some people to hear about this particular move that was going to take place with InvestView. And uh, my wife and I, we were sitting on some funds. My father had passed away, left us an inheritance, and we were just kind of sitting on this particular money, these funds. And you came to us, I believe it was 7 months, and you offered us a position of equity with InvestView, and it stopped. It's a penny. It was a penny stock, and I took $10,000 and I bought 1 million shares of this penny stock. 2 years later, that penny stock went to 78 cents. Oh my God.
Woo-wee!
Now, we weren't able to capitalize on the 78 cents because the stock started doing some other things, and it was some work that I needed to do on my end. As a penny stock, you need to know how to capitalize on getting those funds from your broker. And so we were able to capture over $100,000 and acquire a 6-figure ring from the AMG Wealth Club. And I'm excited about the future of where we're going.
That's awesome, man. Hey, I need y'all to drop some fire in the chat for Al and Renee, right? This is huge. I just so happen to have a front row seat to their success. I know that they paid off some debt. If I'm not mistaken, Al, you were able to take some of those funds and get rid of some debt and all of those cool things. But the keynote that I want you to listen to what he said. 2 things. Number one, he followed the playbook. I told him what we were doing. He didn't ask me 1,000 different questions. He just followed the playbook, him and his wife. Number 2, it took 2 years for it to come into fruition. A whole 24 months, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how much time you think you have. Everybody said it's so busy today. But if it takes you 24 months, right, for a positive seed that you've planted to bear fruit, trust me, it'll be worth it. And guess what? We're doing the exact same thing right now, Al. I'm sharing the same message I shared with you right now that I shared in 2019, because the opportunity is even riper, if that's a word, right? It's even riper right now, right? So we're re-ing up. We're re-ing up right now, okay? So here's what I want you to do, Al. In closing, what advice would you give new people that's listening to this for the very first time? What would you tell them? Like, what advice? You're seasoned with us, 6 years. What advice would you give a new person listening to our Wealth Club?
Well, Mike, I'm gonna correct you. I'm a little bit more seasoned than six years with the AMG. I've been around this industry since 1986.
Right.
So I took a lot of bumps and bruises. I've learned a lot. I've met some amazing people. I've done very well in other companies as well along the way. What would I tell a person that was looking at the AMG? I would tell them to do not procrastinate. I would tell them, get involved, be consistent, form a habit that's going to help you to learn how to be a self-directed investor. Take advice from the people such as yourself, such as Ms. Angela Harrell. Learn. We do not skip on the education. Learn. Stay in school. Learn this industry. Learn the Wealth Club. Learn about investing. And that's exactly what I would do if I went back to 1980.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I do have one more question, man. You're right. So you have, a couple of decades of experience in the industry, 6 years with us, right? 6 years with us. What do you see what do you see? You're 66 years young. You don't look it, by the way. You've done a great job of taking care of yourself. I'm gonna give your wife credit. I'm not gonna give you credit for that. I'm gonna give her the credit for the way you look. All right. I'm gonna say you look good because of her. All right. But 6 years with us. What do you see in the next 3 years? What's your vision for the next 36 months?
The next 36 months. Oh, it is.
Or the next year? Like, just tell me what your vision is. I want to stretch people's vision a little bit. So you can tell me what you see in the next 12 months or the next 2 years or whatever the case may be.
You have put together a strategy here that's going to allow people to earn $100,000 in the next 8 to 12 months. We are excited about that strategy. This is new. This is something that you just put together here recently. Not to let the cat out the bag, but it's in its forming stage. So the next 36 months, we're looking at building a new home. We're looking at, I'm looking at retiring and enjoying my wife in her retirement, traveling, and even stepping up on stage and sharing with people this powerful network that we're part of. That's what 36 months look like for us.
I love it. I love it. All right, everybody, drop some fire in the chat for Mr. Al Nunu Terry. Thank you so much, sir. Everybody drop some fire in the chat.